Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Horseshoe Huddle here at Sports Illustrated. I am your host, Kim Becker, and joining me, as always, is senior analyst Jake Arthur, here to discuss a couple of under-the-radar positions that the Indianapolis Colts might want to address, whether it's in free agency, what's left of it, or the draft coming up. Jake, what do you have for us today?
Yeah, of course, everyone knows about defensive end and left tackle, things like that. But there's some other positions that might be important for the Colts that they feel like they want to address as well. Like you said, whether it's the draft or free agency. Looking first, and this is something I'm going to write about soon, is backup quarterback. They've got Carson Wentz, of course. We all know he's going to be the starter entering the year. But behind him, you have Jacob Eason. They haven't really conveyed much confidence in him being the backup. And there are plenty of veterans out there who have had starts under their belt. So I'm kind of curious if that's maybe the way they want to go, because just adding another rookie doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But another position they'll probably want to address is an athletic tight end as well. We've heard it a few times this offseason. I think owner Jim Irsay mentioned Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. They really want that dynamic difference-making tight end. Jack Doyle and Mo Alley-Cox are great as a duo, but they kind of are limited in what they can do after the catch, downfield, things like that. Defensive tackle as well. DeForest Buckner is an all-pro. Grover Stewart is one of the highest-paid nose tackles in the league. But the depth they have behind those guys, it's not all that great. Not a lot of guys with a bunch of name recognition. Some young guys, but it's a position they might want to address. And I really wouldn't be surprised to see it happen early, because this isn't a great draft class for defensive tackles. So if they did it in the first couple days, I wouldn't be shocked. Okay. And then last is Sam linebacker. They've had a little bit of a shakeup in their linebacker room this offseason. Starting Mike linebacker Anthony Walker left in free agency to the Browns. Bobby Okereke had been the Sam linebacker previously, but all expectations seem like he'll move to Mike. Darius Leonard will stay at will. But now they have a need at Sam linebacker. They do have some options on the roster in EJ Speed and Zaire Franklin, but there are plenty of good options in this draft class for Sam linebacker. My co-host with the Believe in Colts podcast, Zach Hicks, actually wrote about that recently at Stampede Blue, if anyone wants to check out some of those options. And we know Chris Ballard loves linebackers, so don't be surprised if that happens in this draft.
Well, just touching on that, Jake, shout out to Believe in Colts podcast. I've listened to it a couple of times. It's really great, you guys. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure that you do. These guys really know their stuff. But Jake, as always, it's so fun to talk about, the details of what's going on here with the Indianapolis Colts. So I always enjoy it. Thank you so much. And we will catch up again next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Kim.